Okay, so it seems like every company on the planet uh, is going cloud first these days, and for good reason.
For sure.
There are just so many advantages, but securing this new digital frontier is a challenge,
It is.
to say the least. Traditional security approaches, they just don't cut it in this kind of constantly shifting borderless cloud environment.
Yeah, you got it.
So today we're diving into cloud security posture management,
All right. CSPM.
or CSPM, and how it can help us navigate these complex waters.
Sounds good.
It's like having this incredible security guardian constantly watching over this entire cloud landscape.
Exactly. And what's really powerful about CSPM is that it's proactive.
Okay.
So you're not just reacting to threats after they happen, you're anticipating and managing risk in the cloud before it even becomes a problem.
I like that a lot.
You're talking about your infrastructure as a service, software as a service, your platform as a service, all under one watchful eye.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So it's like a centralized command center for all things cloud security. That brings me to my next question. What can CSPM actually do?
Sure.
It's almost too good to be true.
Well, let's start with one of the most important benefits. Visibility.
Right.
You might be surprised to learn how many organizations don't even have a clear picture of all their cloud assets.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
CSPM gives you that real-time, constantly updated inventory.
That's incredible.
We actually worked with a company once that had no idea they had this cluster of servers running an outdated operating system.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a ticking time bomb for a ransomware attack.
Bakes.
CSPM flagged that vulnerability, and they were able to address it before any damage was done.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like having X-ray vision into your entire cloud environment.
It is.
But spotting those issues is only half the battle, right?
Right.
How does CSPM help fix them?
Well, that's where misconfiguration management comes in.
Okay.
Even small misconfigurations can have huge consequences.
I can imagine.
Like something as simple as an S3 bucket with public access.
Oh, yeah.
Sensitive data could be exposed without anyone even realizing it.
Scare.
CSPM acts as like a spell checker for your cloud setup,
Okay.
identifying these errors and guiding you on how to fix them.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So it's not just about pointing out problems, but actually helping you solve them.
Exactly.
Now, what about governance? It's a word that makes some people cringe, but I have a feeling CSPM handles it a bit differently.
You're right. Governance is often seen as this like rigid set of rules, but with CSPM, it's more about building a secure foundation from the ground up.
Right.
It helps you establish security best practices across all your cloud platforms, ensuring consistency and reducing the risk of human error.
That sounds really valuable, especially as things get more and more complex.
Absolutely.
It sounds like a blueprint for good security hygiene in the cloud.
Yes.
And speaking of blueprints, what about compliance? Compliance audits can be a real headache.
Oh, tell me about it.
So how can CSPM help with that?
Well, CSPM can actually ease that burden a lot. Not only can it generate compliance reports automatically, but it also continuously monitors your cloud environment to ensure you're meeting those ever-changing regulatory standards.
Oh, wow. So that frees up your team to focus on more strategic tasks.
Exactly.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the big one. Threat detection.
Okay.
How does CSPM act as our vigilant security guard and detective in the cloud?
Well, it's all about real-time monitoring.
Okay.
And, in the cloud, things can happen so quickly.
Oh, yeah.
CSPM keeps an eye on your environment, detecting suspicious activity and prioritizing the most urgent threats. So it's really like an early warning system.
For potential security incidents.
Exactly.
This is where I get really curious about the integration with DevSecOps.
Yeah.
How does CSPM fit into that fast-paced world of continuous development and deployment?
Well, imagine CSPM as the security checkpoint,
Okay.
built right into your CI/CD pipeline.
Right.
It automatically scans new code for vulnerabilities before it's even deployed, preventing compromised elements from ever reaching production.
That's so smart. It's like catching security issues before they can even become a problem.
Exactly.
One detail that really stood out to me is how CSPM helps ensure proper permissions on cloud storage.
Yes, so important.
It's one of those small details that can be easily overlooked, but has huge implications.
Absolutely. It's those small details, those misconfigurations that attackers love to exploit.
Right.
CSPM helps you close those gaps, ensuring that sensitive data doesn't accidentally become public because someone forgot to set the right access controls.
Wow. As we wrap up this deep dive into CSPM, I can't help but wonder what other innovations in cloud security are on the horizon.
Yeah, who knows?
With the cloud evolving so rapidly, What does the future hold for protecting our data and applications in this ever-changing landscape?
Yeah, what does it hold? It's a great question.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
That's all the time we have for today.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into cloud security posture management.
It was a pleasure being here.
Be sure to check back in a couple of weeks for our next deep dive.
See you then.
Bye. Bye.